Welcome to my channel, welcome to my kitchen, you guys. In today's video we will be preparing Saki Tomboy cassava leaves. By the way, this is your babe Antoinette. Okay, so come on in and let's prepare this very famous salon dish. I already have a video for cassava leaves on my channel, but that one was prepared by my husband and we used red oil, we used palm oil. So someone sent a comment that he wants to see mine, so that is why I'm making this video, and I will be using oil instead of palm oil. So the first ingredient I'm showing you guys is ogiri, sesame seeds. I love to say sesame instead of sesame, ogiri, anyone, okay? So that is the first ingredient that I just showed you guys. And in this bowl I have meat and kanda, epidermis, cow skin, whatever you want to call it. That is what I have there. I also have pepper. This has already been blended, and you guys already know I love spice, I love it hot. Okay, I have groundnut, peanuts. That is what you see there, very essential when it comes to cassava leaves. You guys, you use a lot of ingredients when it comes to cassava leaves, lots and lots of ingredients. Okay, so that is it. Peanuts, okay, groundnuts, not peanuts, groundnuts. And in this bowl I have beans and fish that has already been cleaned. So that beans has already been parboiled. That is how I always get it from the market. You can have the raw one, but I prefer to just get the parboiled one because it's easier. Okay, and in this bowl we have the most important thing for this cassava leaves, and that is blended cassava leaves. Okay, so yes, that is the most important thing. I have dried okra. You can use fresh okra, you can use tola, just something to make the cassava leaves softer and softer. But then I have dried okra in my kitchen. If you have the fresh okra, it's fine. If you have this one as well, it's totally fine. Okay, and yeah, you guys can see this is dried okra, dried and blended. And I'll try to bring you guys a video of a recipe, dried okra recipe, one of these days. Okay, and of course this is the oil. That is all I have left of a whole gallon of oil, you guys. So that is what I will be using, and of course you guys can see the onion and the seasoning cube, and that is basically everything we need for this cassava leaves. Let's get started. First things first, I am boiling the kanda and I am adding seasoning cubes to that. So the kanda is very hard and it needs to cook very well. And I also added the ogiri to it as well. I normally don't add salt to sauces because I add salt to the rice and most of the seasoning cubes have salt. I am now adding the beans and introducing the parboiled meat. So this beans is hard, which is why I am adding now, but if you have soft beans then you can add much later. Now you all stand up and give a round of applause as the almighty cassava leaves is going into the pot. Yay! So again, if your fish is really dry, then it's best you add first before the cassava leaves, but since mine is a little fresh, then we'll keep for later. Cassava leaves has protein, it has minerals, vitamins and all of that good stuff, but it also has acid, which is why I'm adding water so that it boils down. So if you're making cassava leaves, make sure you boil really well. Okay, it is now time for me to add the oil and the pepper, you guys. And if you see any action going on behind this pot, that small pot behind there, That's me. I am preparing groundnut stew in the other pot. This was a Saturday, and on Saturdays I prepare like 3 or 4 sauces, different sauces for the whole week. Sometimes 2, minimum 2, maximum 3, 4, just as the energy comes. And ooh la la, can you guys see the groundnut? Can you see? Can you see? When you see that, you know this is going to be so tasty. This is going to be so on point, you guys. Look at that. Look at that groundnut. Look at that, you guys. Is this not yummy? Yummy, yummylicious, isn't it? And oh, I didn't warn you. So cassava leaves will leave your whole kitchen looking messy by the time you finish, and you'll also secure some buns. Did you see how I quickly closed that pot? It's because I'm avoiding buns. So you have to turn down your gas before opening your pot, otherwise, I'm sorry, your whole hand will have scars, okay, of hot cassava leaves. And yeah, I am adding the fish now. As I said earlier, it is soft, which is why I kept it up until this point. So I'm adding now, okay. And here comes the onion. If you want yours blended, you can go ahead and do that, but then I love it like this, so okay. And then I have this very beautiful pepper straight from my backyard. I just love it. Like what I'm eating, it's in my plate and I'm just mashing things up with rice. That's heaven. So I love to add pepper in it, okay. So the next thing I'm adding is the dried okra. This just helps to make your cassava leaves softer, more presentable, look better, and all of those good stuff. So you can add raw okra, you can add dried okra. Just make sure you blend it really well and add it in there. And there you have it, you guys. Your cassava leaves is ready to be served with white rice, and your neighbors will be perceiving the aroma, and that proud neighbor that has refused to talk to you will come knock on your door to say hi, hello, how are you doing, how is the Sunday, how is the Saturday, I hope you're doing okay. So peace, these cassava leaves will just make people will just make peace with you anyhow because of the aroma. Anyways guys, give this a try this recipe and let me know how it turned out. I'm sure you're going to love it, and if you ever come to Sierra Leone, make sure you try cassava leaves. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you. You guys are the best. We are almost at 4K. Let's make it happen. I love you guys. Until my next video, bye. Mwah.